Mine's up, mine's up. Good grand rising. Good day, good day, good day. Hello, my lovely angel babies. How are you? Mine's up, mine's up. Well, this morning's AM Mindset Espresso. See, I know you guys are used to the tea, but see, I don't want to gossip. You ain't hear from me. But what you will hear from me is how to fix it. Okay? And so that's why I call it my morning espresso. Alright. What's going on, guys? I'm just trying to give everybody a little bit of time to go ahead and log in. I hope you guys are feeling good today. What's today? I think it's Tuesday. Yes, it's Tuesday. I hope you are feeling awesome. This Tuesday, I hope you are feeling the high vibes and all that real good energy that's in the world today. Hey, Jamila, make sure you share this live so that you can let other people know how to also get past that OPS, other people's stuff. Alright, so let's go ahead and hop right into it because I don't want to keep you long. I know you're either at work, on your way to work, and if you're an entrepreneur, you are about to get that work in. If this is your first time with me, my name is Takiyah Diamond. I am an author, coach, trainer, speaker, and all that other wonderful stuff for entrepreneurs and influencers. And what I do is I help men and women alter their mindsets. I help them to alter their self-image and to alter their soul sets that actually provoke a lifestyle shift financially and personally, increasing their income and the love that they have for themselves. Yes, yes, yes. So this live, I got a real good question that I want to ask you to start off with. Because I've been there, and I know you probably have too, and so let's talk about it. So have you ever felt like you were a target? Like somebody was against you, or somebody was just targeting you, and like you never really got an opportunity to get closure to the story. You never got a chance to really figure out like what happened. Like, what did I really do wrong? And a lot of times you think that it's something that you did wrong, but I got good news, and we are going to talk about that in this morning espresso Minds Up Mindset message for you this morning, right? Now, even sometimes it could be somebody that annoy the heck out of you, right? Like every time you have to talk to them, you're like, yo, what is wrong with this problem? Like, why they so arrogant? Why they so just, I don't know, disagreeable, right? It's all good, right? So the good news that I have for you is one, that you do not have to be bound by somebody else's internal expressions or their experiences and things that they have to break through. That is not your responsibility. That's the good news. It's not your responsibility. And the next good news, I told you I had good news and good news, is it was never about you to begin with. It was always about them. So now I know sometimes we bump heads with people because, we're trying to figure out like, why is this person treating me this way? Or why don't they love me the way I love them? Or why don't they appreciate me? Or why don't they care about me the way that I care? And it's quite simply, guys, it's because it was never about you. It was never about you. Okay? And so what I've come to learn in my own awakening is I began to recognize the importance of letting go and the importance of how it actually transformed your life to release yourself from OPS, from other people's stuff, right? So I want to share just about two or three lessons with you guys that I've learned along the way just to encourage you this morning so that you could keep your day going just in case you're at work or you're dealing with some issues at home or you're dealing with some issues in your friendships or in business or whatever the case might be. I just want to chat with you just real quickly and just tell you guys just a few things and a few lessons that I learned along the way of how to let go of OPS, other people's stuff, right? So the first thing was what I already said to you was that it was never about you to begin with. And this is the first key to freeing yourself, okay? The first key to freeing yourself is recognizing that you really are not the problem. And it's not really about pointing fingers at them being the problem, but the real issue is that they have some unresolved issues within themselves. So perhaps they can't see that. And even if it's unresolved issues within themselves, sometimes you have to understand that the unresolved issues may be issues that they don't even recognize that they have. And so that's why you have to let go of OPS, other people's stuff, because you don't understand like whatever their upbringing was, what they experienced in their life. You don't know. So trying to figure out why somebody is treating you this way, and then you're holding yourself accountable for the way that they're feeling and all of that other stuff. You got your own stuff that you need to iron out and figure out. You cannot control anybody else's actions. You cannot control anybody else's thoughts about you, their observations about you, or their actions towards you. You really can't control that. But what you can do is control the response of how you act to it, how you respond to it. Just because somebody's rude or whatever towards you doesn't mean that you need to be rude towards them. You have to understand, guys, that everybody's not on your level. Not everybody is going to understand your story. Not everybody's going to understand your breakthrough of why you're not allowing them to get into your energy field. They're not going to understand that, especially if they haven't faced it themselves and broken through themselves. They can't see the block. They can't see how they're tarnishing themselves by pointing at you. So you don't have to be responsible for how somebody else feels when it comes to you. And that's the number one thing that you need to know when it comes to letting go of OPS, other people's stuff. Okay? You have no control over other people's feelings or emotions. And in fact, what it leads to is you losing yourself. All right? Number 2, how to let go and free yourself from OPS, other people's stuff, is to take a look at the sacrifices that you're making by holding on to somebody else's stuff. Y'all better share this live, because this is 100 right here. I'm keeping it so 100 with you guys right now. You need to take a look at the sacrifices that you are making. The sacrifices that you're making against yourself by holding on to somebody else's stuff. So let's take a look at this. You're sacrificing your inner peace. Why? How? How are you sacrificing your inner peace? Because you don't even got peace within yourself, because you're so worried about what the other person is thinking, how they're feeling. Oh, I don't understand why they're feeling like this. You tell me that you could find inner peace in the midst of trying to figure out what somebody else is thinking. You can't. Okay? So you got to understand and take a look at the sacrifices that you're making. Your inner peace. You're also sacrificing your focus, because what happens is there's a disruption that takes place in your focus on your goals. There's also a disruption that takes place in your finances. You don't know why? Because you're so involved in what they're doing, especially if you're an entrepreneur, that you can't even focus on what it is that you need to do, because you're wondering about how somebody else is feeling about you, if they're going to call you, if they're going to still be mad at you. Oh my God, you have nothing to do with that. All right? So if your goals are incompleted, and you're not generating income because somebody else's stuff is getting in the way of your thought process and your thought processes and your actions. All right, you need to pay attention to what you're losing. You're losing connections, because sometimes people will point a finger at you and make it seem like you was the bad guy the whole time, blah, 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 blah. But they're not taking a look at themselves. And so at the end of the day, it's like you're so caught up in what they're not taking a look at, that you're not even looking at yourself as to how they're getting you so entangled in their own web. And you're not recognizing that you're just not on the frequency that they're vibrating. And that's why there's a mix match. Because if you think about it, when everything is going good between the two of you guys, or your family, or whoever it might be, it's because at that time you guys are a vibrational match. When things don't match and things don't mix, it's just a vibrational mix match. And at the end of the day, there's nothing you could do about it. You just have to accept that you guys don't match and you move on. You understand what I'm saying? The next thing is everybody can't go. If you want to get rid of other people's stuff, then you have to recognize that everybody can't go with you. Mom, dad, boo, side boo, whoever, nobody can go. Everybody can't go with you, okay? Because when you are vibrating at that higher level, You always find yourself bringing yourself down to lift somebody else up, and that is what blocks your roads. Okay? You will not be able to save everybody. Okay? And that's okay, but you have to understand that you choose to vibrate higher, and which means they have to choose to vibrate higher in order to be on your level, in order for you to be able to communicate with them, see them, or whatever the case might be. Because as long as they're down and out, you're going to feel like you don't want to be around them. You're going to always bump heads with them and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So just keep you right. Focus on you. Keep your own energy right. And recognize that, if things don't match, then it's because there's a disconnect. If when the two of you guys connect and it seems like it's disconnected, it's because there is a disconnect. All right? So you just got to get past that. And the last thing that I want to share with you of how to overcome other people's stuff is you got to recognize that you don't have to relive your past to heal it. Some of you guys just keep going back and 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 back. Oh my God. You can't change anything that happened already. Nothing. Literally. Even if the person comes to you and asks you for forgiveness and you forgive them, or you ask them for forgiveness and they forgive you, the memory is still going to always be in your brain. But at the same token, you have to download a new story about that. You don't have to hold on to that old story. You understand what I'm saying? You have to really intentionally disconnect yourself from that reality of whatever that was hindering you. And you have to step into the reality that you desire. What is you? Who you know yourself to be. You don't have to keep reliving the past, okay? And so if you take a look at things, guys, if you notice, even though you say that you want to live a healthier life and things like that, you still do things against yourself, or you still say things that's against what it is that you claim that you want. So you continue to engage in unhealthy conversations, unhealthy drama, addictive habits, behaviors, all of that stuff, right? And so you can't say that you want something different, but you just keep going back to the same habits that got you to where you are. All right. So how I got out of that was I changed my own behaviors. I changed my own decisions. I changed my own actions. And that is what changed everything. I got past the anger. I got past the bitterness. I got past all of that stuff that I realized, like, this really don't have anything to do with me. And the fact that I'm holding on to this is not hurting the other person. It's affecting me. Right? And I learned this a long time ago. And that's why people a lot of times always say, Takiyah, I don't understand how you're so strong. It's because I learned very earlier on that I have no control over other people. And so this is how you survive. OPS, other people's stuff, is by one, understanding that you have no control of the other people's feelings and emotions. 2, take a look at the sacrifices that you're making and that you're losing because you are so consumed by other people's stuff. 3, recognize that everybody will not be able to go along with you. It don't matter who it is. If you're vibrating at a higher level and they're not vibrating with you, they will either fall out of the picture or they will either come up to the vibration that you're on in order for you guys to be a match to communicate further. And the last thing is realizing you do not have to relive your past to heal it. You don't have to keep going backwards. Understand that what's in the past is in the past. You can't change it, but you can control what happens in the present, which creates your future. All right, guys, Minds Up. I heard this Minds Up morning espresso was a really good tool for you and gave you some wisdom to get your day started so that you can go through your day knowing that you are it. You are what you've been looking for, and there's nothing outside of you more important than what is inside of you, controlling the reality that you see. All right. So have a beautiful day. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Please share this live for me. Also, if you want a lot of more tools and jewels like this, you should grab a copy of my book, Get Your Life Together. And Get Your Life Together is really a self-help guide to really help you identify the beliefs that you have and the stories that you've been holding on to, whether they came from your mother, your father, past relationships, and whatever these stories are, and how to overcome these stories and how not to go back to those stories again and create something different for your life. All right. So go ahead and can visit the website at TakiyahDiamondAuthor.com. Grab yourself a copy of that book or inbox me, and I will personally sign it and mail you a copy myself. Let me know. That book will actually change your life. You can see multiple reviews on YouTube and the website. So go ahead and take a look at the different books that's actually available in the Minds Up book series. I actually have the Minds Up Transformation book series. So go check them out. That's at www.TakiyahDiamondAuthor.com. All right. Have a beautiful day, and I will see you soon. And remember, you don't have to put up with OPS. There's no reason for you to put up with other people's stuff. Because guess what? You still got your own stuff to deal with. And at the end of the day, it all shall pass. But only when you stay out of the past. Minds up. Deuces.